The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the April 29th, a terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what the bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, during this next 16 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. And if you can't dial in, well, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Mixed bag out here. You've got the Dow up 90, the S&P up 10. The NASDAQ 100 off 7, the Russell's down 19, the semis are up 10, the trannies are up 81. Composites off 40, gold's down $6, silver off 6 pennies, light sweet crude up $1.08. Natural gas off 7 cents, the 30-year Treasury trading out at 156.31. That's 17 ticks to the downside. Lead the charge, dollar-wise, to the upside. It's the googly one up $35. Facebook's up 19, Charter Communications 14, Northrop Grumman 14 as well. Generac Holdings up 12. To the downside, Shopify, $48, 3 3/3%. ServiceNow down 45 or 8%. MicroStrategy off 42 or 6%. Mercado Libre, $37 to the downside. ABIO Med down $26. So there's plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. No requests so far. Yeah, no requests so far from the Tiger's Den, none in email. So let's just go take a look at the general markets, get a feel for what's going on. Let's begin by doing this. What is this? This. Let's go take a look at the equity future contracts out here. So right now you've got so here's what we know about today's activity so far. If you look at the ES Mini, that's where we are beginning. You can see, or should be able to see, that both yesterday's high and low has been exceeded. Now, if we see a close 1 tick below today's open, that would then generate a key reversal session. A key reversal session, in this case here, would confirm the A to B equals CD pattern. And here's the A point down here on the trading day of March the 4th. Your B point is up here on March the 18th. Your C point down here on March 25th gives us a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD. Now, that's just element number 1 of this pattern out here. So that's the first thing that you'd be looking at. The second thing, and we'll go take, well, the second thing, we'll do it right now. In fact, let's stay with the ES Mini. That might be the easiest way. So here's the ES Mini. The question that I would ask for you right now, even though it's just up just a tad, and you've got the S&P up 9 points out there, how many of you believe that is the S&P 500 bullish or bearish right now? How about, let me restate it. Is the S&P 500 from a market breadth standpoint, and by market breadth, we'll use our TAS market profiles. Is it bullish or bearish as we speak right now? Well, let's go take a look at it. I don't know the answer to that. I was just going to see if you had an answer. You probably do in your mind. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. Peak says bullish, so we got 1 for the bullish, and Cindy says bearish. Peak is the winner. Cindy, you owe him $1, I believe. We'll just keep it on your account out here. Now, we say that because we're looking at a weekly, daily, 240 and 60-minute time frame. We're talking about our TAS market profiles. When it's in the green zone out here, that tells us that there are more instruments trading above the profile for that time frame, 60-minute, 240-minute, daily or weekly. versus trading below the bottom of their profiles out there. So just in case you happen to be short the S&P 500, I want you to recognize that with regard to these time frames, you're going against the trend because it is market breadth bullish. Now, maybe Cindy's right, P, and we got to at least, give her a chance out here, right, to win her money back. Maybe this is double or nothing. Well, let's go take a look at it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to my short-term market breadth calculator. And this is taking a look at the 30-minute. Oh, sorry, Cindy. You owe them $2 now. And so even on the 30-minute time frame, your market breadth bullish out here. And that's just this green line is above the red. So with regard to the S&P 500, it's very clear to both you, me, and everybody else, or it should be clear, that the S&P 500 is bullish, and it should be able to move higher. Now, with regard to today's activity so far, if you were to ask me, Steve-O, which I think you did, wow, was there a signal when the bottom was formed inside the S&P 500? And the answer is, well, the only signal I was able to find would come from the 10-minute time frame chart. 10-minute time frame chart creates a bearish engulfing and key reversal session. Key reversal, this bar right here, let me get my crosshair that might make it a little bit easier for you to say, and I can give you the time frame. There was the bar at 9:40 this morning. So there's your key reversal session. The reason why we're going to pay attention to that from the daily standpoint, price goes ahead, moves lower, but it generates a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. It does it with this piercing candle here at 12:20. Now what do we know? We know that price is trading with inside its profile. What type of profile? Good question. Bearish in structure. So that tells us 41.89, let's call it 41.90, because it says 41.89.83. The ES mini cannot trade to that level, so it's going to be 41.90. If the ES mini on a 10-minute basis closes above 41.90, really it'd be two consecutive closes, but just the first close would signal to us its intent to trade up to 42.11, where it had broken down from this morning. Is that where it's headed to right now? We can't make that call. We have to do this one step at a time. And the current step is prices trading in resistance inside the ES mini. If you were inclined to short, then now is the time to short between 41.84 and 41.90. And a close above 41.90, you want to say sayonara to that trade idea and maybe consider that trade idea up at the 42.11 area. If we look at the daily, as long as we're here in the ES mini, let's just stay with. Let's go through some of the tabs. If we take a look at the daily time frame, what was going on in the daily time frame here? Give me a moment. Let's get over there. Oh, I deleted. Nice job, Steve-O. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we can't do that. We're going to have to add this back in. So if you give me a minute here to do that, and let's get the daily chart in here, not monthly. Let's get the daily. The default should be okay. And now we'll see the daily time frame for the ES mini. So here you can see prices above the profile. Its profile. It's still moving higher, doing less relative energy. No bearish reversal signal. Remember, one tick below where it opened today, that would generate a bearish reversal candle. Let me see if we can go take a look at the weekly. Oh, I need to look at the weekly. That's orange. Just let me do this here, folks, so I don't kind of screw things up during. Is it orange? Yeah, I think it was orange. So let's look at the weekly time frame chart here. The weekly time frame chart for the ES mini, it's bullish. It's above its oscillator and change line. Looks like potentially bar number 8 out there. Let's leave it like this as we go to break. 41.90. That's the battleground for the ES mini. A close above that, you're going to see a further rally, and 42.11 becomes the price target. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I'll personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to a couple of our questions. First one coming from the Tiger's Den. The question to take a look at a couple symbols. MUR is one of them. That is Murphy Oil. I believe the question is this going to continue to run higher? So as we take a look at it, this is the first day, actually the second day, but it's really the first day, that we've seen Murphy Oil attempt to trade above the top of a daily profile. So we haven't really seen that take place since March the 12th. So, Pete, the answer to your question likely takes place based upon today's close. We can see that price right now is trading below 1777. 1777 is the top of that daily profile. If price can close over it, then it is showtime. And showtime says, yeah, I want to definitely move higher. And if it doesn't, then we don't have a clear answer. We have a clear answer that is resistance. That's most certain at 1777. No levels of support will have been broken. But I really think this is the key chart here to look at, which is the daily time frame, recognizing this is the first time up above the top, or trying to attempt to get above the top of that daily profile, which would be a change in trend signal out there. Let's pull over the white background charts here, just do a quick surfing through them, see if there's any other information that we can glean. When this bottomed out here, back on the trading day of April 21st, I don't have one of my bottoming pattern signals. That doesn't mean it didn't bottom. I just don't have, didn't meet one of my signal requirements out there. Doesn't really matter at this stage here. What we know is price is dealing with that resistance level of 1777. Peak, if price closed above 1777, 1972 would become the target. Weekly time frame chart, that was trading above its profile levels. It's above its oscillator and change line. This is positive and that it wants to move higher, but you're going to be reliant upon that daily time frame. No reason for us to continue to go further here. The signal is clear to me, 1777. The next request was to take a look at MTDR. Let's go see what MTDR is. And that is Matador Resource. Now, Matador Resources, already above the top of that daily profile, taking out a prior swing point, or attempting to. That's a swing point from back on the trading session of March 8th. Volume there about 2.7 million, about 2.7. You're already 1.7, so this is pushing higher. But, Pete, we don't even need to go take a look at my other charts to figure this one out. You've already figured it out. As soon as I pop this up, you said, oh, I know where resistance is at. Didn't you? Yes, you did. And you said 27.43. So that's the key level here that Matador Resources needs to close above. It needs to do it on a weekly basis. If it does that, then it says, okay, I get back to the highs in the $34 level out there. So we'll just end it here. No reason for us to go take a look at those other charts. I do have the other chart up on my screen. No TD9 count top or anything along those lines out there. So nothing at this stage here to be concerned about. And that is MTDR and Murphy Oil. There was also a question inside the Tiger's Den to take a look at American Airlines, AAL. And the question is, what is the question? Steve, does American Airlines, can it retrace a bit more to reshort it? Well, let's go take a look at, so American Airlines, let me clean this chart up just a bit here. It's right now consolidated with inside its daily, weekly profiles. So levels on the daily, support at 2010, resistance 22.98. Weekly, support is between 17.31, 18.28, and resistance is at 24.14. The question is, will this retrace even more? The problem is on the daily time frame out here, you can see prices sitting right on its point of control. The point of control is 20.01. Yeah, and we're is it 21.50. Don't worry, I'll eventually learn to read. 21.50 and prices trading at 21.50. You gotta love it. So right here, neither buyers nor sellers are communicating to us what price's next intent is. It's sitting right at where it believes is fair value. Way different than using the words fair. What are these guys? Pay your fair share? Give me a break. In any event, it's sitting here at fair value, so we don't really have any kind of piece of information that the daily time frame is helping us to answer that question. Will it retrace further? So let's go take a look at the white background chart, see if there's anything else here that we can figure out. On the daily time frame, what we do see is prices below that oscillator and change line. So that's our first clue, and we can see that that acted as resistance. So that says to us, yes, there's absolutely a chance that price can pull back to the 20.01 level. That's the support area. You've got a nice TD9 count bottom. Price did what it was supposed to do, and that's supposed to do was get up to that oscillator and change line. So it's green. Now, if price closes above 22.07, you're looking at 22.98 to 23.88. But to answer your question on a daily basis, that signals to us, yeah, we can see this pulling back further. 10-minute time frame chart, don't see anything out here. 30-minute time frame chart, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator top. This would suggest that price could pull back to 20.84. Let's look at a 60-minute time frame chart out here. Even though we're on an individual equity, I'm on the wrong time frames. We're close enough. You can see how price also in American Airlines ran into resistance right here at the TD9 breakdown level. So yeah, the answer to the question is it does American Airlines suggest that it will pull back further? We're going to have to answer it like this. There's given every indication that it should, but you won't get that clear indication until you see a move below, we're going to call today's low. And today's low is 21.34. So hope that helps you out with regard to American Airlines. I believe there was also questions inside the den to take a look at. I think Tesla was one. Was it Tesla and Apple? Yeah, Tesla and Apple. So let's pull over the Apple chart, AAPL. Not AAPL plus, just AAPL. That will work. And let me get that going on AAPL on my other charts. So Apple, just a consolidation right now with regard to the daily time frame. Price just stuck in between 131.30 and 135.47. So for those folks out there that might take a look at Apple's action and then somehow decide that that's it, sayonara, baby, adios, amigos, the markets are, Apple sold off, the markets are headed south. If they were making that choice or decision based upon the way Apple's trading, well, what they're not using is they're not using that tool that provides you with a competitive advantage. And a competitive advantage, it's always a good thing to have. Because all Apple's doing right now is sitting at its point of control, where it believes there's fair value, not fair share, fair value, right where it's trading. 133.42, 133.38 is the actual point of control or the center of the profile. Let's continue to look at Apple, see if there's any other pieces of information, morsels of information that it can provide to us. On the daily time frame, let's go see. What do we have out here? Come on, get over there. Nothing, nada. Oh, how is this for perfection? Polar bear, my favorite polar bear. He likes price for perfection. In this case here, we're not talking about price price perfection out here. Instead, what are we looking at? Why did Apple stop where it did this morning? Why did it do that? 136.99 is a TD9 breakdown level. So it got right up to where it was supposed to. What was the actual high of the day? 137.07. So it's tested and it's rejected. Does that mean you should back up the truck and go short? No, for goodness sakes. Support has not broken. Now, if you get below 131.30, different story. And that will be the message. That price should make its way down to 121.15. Let's look at a 30-minute time frame chart out here. What do we have? We've got nada, zip, zilch. Apple hasn't even broken its first level of support on a 30-minute time frame, which is 131.90. Apple just simply consolidating, hitting resistance, the resistance that you and I knew about, or we know about it now, and right now just consolidating sideways. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We got the charts for Tesla up on our screen. That was another request from the Tiger's Den. Right now, we can see Tesla is trading below the bottom of its daily profile, 679.13. This would be day one below that. A close today below 679.13, certainly two consecutive closes would suggest a move lower. Now, with regard to a move lower, there's really two price targets. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, you can see that price has been consolidating sideways for quite a period of time. and it's been trading with inside its profiles. Right now, the support level is 575.58. The next step on the way down is 647.76. If price can close below 647.76 on a weekly time frame, then you're looking at 575.58. Is that the call right now? Well, the call right now is a close below 679.13, brings about 647.76. That is the call. Let's go take a look at Tesla's other charts out here. Looks like we're going to start with the 30-minute time frame chart. Not a bad chart to start with, because what do we know here? There's a TD9 count bottom that is formed on a 30-minute basis. So if, in fact, Tesla is going to bounce, we're going to see that bounce start, in essence, pronto, right now. So it depends on whether you're an intraday trader, what your time frame is, right? So, but here we're just doing the quick play-by-play, what's going on right now. Now, what Tesla should do from here is price should bounce up to its oscillator and change line, not much higher than where we're at. So 675, 676, let's call it. If price can do that or close above that, then you're looking at 682. 682 is going to kind of be your line of demarcation. And if price can close above 682, price will run to 702.25. Can you bank on that? No, you can't bank on anything, I say. But I am narrating the charts for you and using, the same consistent data time and time again. The first move for Tesla is a bounce up that oscillator and change line. Above that, it would be 682, and then above that would be 702.25. If price is unable to take out that oscillator and change line, even though it's got a TD9 count, it really gives us a neutral to bearish type signal out there. Let's step things up a bit. Let's go to the 65-minute time frame. We've got no bottom signal here. Price is below a TD9 breakout level. That suggests lower price. 130 minutes, you're in bar number 8 of a TD9 count. Again, that low can come on bars 9 to the bar following 9. And the 195-minute chart, we don't see any kind of a bottom signal here yet. So Tesla, the key level to be watching there is going to be the bottom of that daily profile, as well as using the 30-minute time frame signals to get a feel and flare and feel for where Tesla is headed to. So hope that helps out. I don't know who asked for that, but hopefully that I've provided you the information that you're looking for. The next question coming in from the Tiger's Den. This is coming in from Ruby. Ruby loves the Russell 2000. She loves trading that. So Ruby is short, I believe, the Russell 2000. And Ruby, there is a new profile that is attempting to form. I say attempting to form. We're using Stevie's advanced Doppler tool. By the way, in the NQ, I think I mentioned it, but there's also a new profile attempting to form. You can see those on the screen right now. In the case, and I say attempting to form, we won't know for sure until tonight sometime whether this takes hold. But Ruby, you and I, we're going to use the information that is available to us now. It's a bearish structured profile. 2332.70 is the top. 2291 is the center. You're trading at 2281, 10 points below that. If price can remain below 2291, what you're looking at there is a run down to the 2212 level. Now, you have to realize that this profile could go away. We're using the information we've got right now. You're short. You're asking, will the Russell 2000 retrace a bit more? The daily time frame is saying yes, but we can't just stop there, because you might want to know about the intraday time frame. I believe you use a 15-minute time frame. What I've got out here is a 10-minute. So hopefully that's okay with you. It's going to have to be at this moment in time. And as we take a look at it, the Russell 2000, much like the ES Mini, generating a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom for its 10-minute time frame. Now, in this case here, prices hit resistance. Resistance is the top of the 30-minute profile. And you can see, Ruby, just how well that is held. Remember, the body of the candle is the essence of price. The level there you're looking at is 2282.30. So in the very short-term time frame right now, you're actually in a neutral type position, because price is up at resistance, but it's also above support, the support being the oscillator unchanged line. So will it retrace more? All that I can share with you with regard to the 10-minute time frame is price is sitting at resistance. And this chart here, much like the ES Mini, and it's not oftentimes that it's the short-term time frames that take over for the day with regard to the signals, but this is one of those days. And the 10-minute charts are doing a fabulous job doing that. So my suggestion might be stay with the 10-minute chart to watch what happens. Now, if price is able to close above the top of this profile, it is actually suggesting on a 10-minute chart, this thing could run all the way back up to 23.22. Let's not just stop on the 10-minute chart. But see, I got a 30-minute chart out here. I don't have a bottoming signal for you. It doesn't mean it hasn't bottomed. We've got to use the 10-minute time frame for that. This says 2286 next up on the screen. So this is suggesting a move higher. I don't see anything on the 30-minute chart to suggest otherwise. 60-minute time frame, You got a hammer candle that formed as we came into the 1 o'clock hour, so that tells you it's trying to form a bottom. 120-minute time frame, geez, you got a hammer candle right now, and this closes at 2 o'clock. That's a signal that maybe it's trying to form a bottom. So now we're going to go back and say, hey, Ruby, you need to watch this 2282 level like a ruby, like a cardinal, right? So we're talking about birds there, a red cardinal. You need to watch this thing like a cardinal, not a hawk. I don't know. Are hawk's eyes that much better than a cardinal's? I don't know the answer to that. Probably I should. I probably missed that day in school. Oh, well. But with regard to the Russell 2000, you got to watch this 2282 level like any kind of bird that you want, like an eagle, because if price closes above it, the Russell 2000 is signaling to you, no, I don't really feel like going much lower out there. So hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. Let's go to Peak G again. Peak writes in. He says, hey, there's lots of chatter in the den, our trader's den, on Mavis, MVIS. I don't know that it's Mavis, but it is Microvision. And in the case of Microvision, what you've got out here, Peak, thanks for asking for all those in the den, you've got a brand new profile that's forming today. It is bullish in structure. So we can see that what Microvision did, first it traded into a consolidation, then it broke through the consolidation and made that measured move equal to or greater than a consolidation. When it did that, so it completed that pattern. Now we've got a new profile that is forming out here, and price is pulled all the way back to support. Now, did it really pull all the way back to support, Steve-O? No, it didn't pull right back to the bottom tick, which was 1725. Instead, it got down to 1753. But here's the cool thing, Peak. It's a bullish structured profile. And so Mavis, MVIS, Microvision, should be at support. So if you're looking to enter Mavis, now is the time. 1725 is the time. Anything along those. Now, let's do this here. Let's go to MVIS. Let's get a 30-minute time frame. Well, I probably should have done it on the other chart just for the heck of it, just to see if the 10-minute time frame was kicking in here too. So let's do that. So with regard to MVIS, let's get down to that 10-minute time frame. Oh, it forms a nice wave number 7. That's courtesy of Basil Chapman, but it's not the Chapman wave. You should learn that on your own. But it does generate a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom as well. Bar number 7 is what you're in right now. Should continue to move higher. That's at least what the 10-minute time frame chart's telling us. 30-minute time frame chart is saying, hey, hold your horses, speaking of the Kentucky Derby, because those horses are at 1958. And not until MVIS on a 30-minute time frame closes above 1958 will we have its true intent. If it does close above 1958, you're looking at 24.24. But you got you've got support right up. You've got your back up against the wall, and that would be at 17.25. Hope that helps you out with regard to MVIS. For all of those playing this in our Tigers Den. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 90, S&P 11, NASDAQ 100 is now up 11. Semis are up, trainees are up. Russell is off a bit. New York Stock Exchange down 11 points. No big deal. We've got a request to go take a look at ticker symbol CORT. That is Corcept Therapeutics Inc. Right now trading at 23.32, just below the bottom of its daily profile. Key support out here is going to be the bottom of its weekly profile, and that's at 22.54. Let's bring over the white background charts, see what we can see about Corcept Therapeutics. Here we can see a nice bottom. Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal here. Price trading with inside its bullish structured profile. Price gets all the way up to the top of the profile where sellers are, backs off a bit. And tests the oscillator and change line. The oscillator and change line is at 2307. TKC, you don't really want to see a close below 2307. If you do, that suggests lower price, and you won't have any support on the daily time frame because price would be below the bottom of the profile as well as the oscillator and change line. We did say that there was good, strong support at 22.54. So if price does close below 23.07, that's going to tell you that price is headed to 22.54. If price closes below 22.54, and really the level to be watching is the bottom of that Three River Morning Star, that's 22.12. If price closes below that, you don't want to be inside of court. And actually, now that we populate the weekly chart, we can also see that was a TD9 count bottom on the weekly time frame. So a close below that you definitely don't want to be long if that's the case. 1736 will be written all over. But you got a nice bottom on the weekly. You have a nice bottom on the daily out here. And so just look to see if this oscillator and change line holds that support. 10-minute time frame chart, this bottomed out here. Did it with a TD9 count, so you got to like that. 30-minute chart out here. This bottoms with what? A to B equals CD to the downside out here. The 60-minute chart, what kind of bottom, if any, did this have? No bottom, so to speak, out here. Although last week, now you've got an A to B equals CD. I don't know if the A to B equals CD has completed on the weekly basis. So that's what's going on. We take a look at ticker symbol CORT, TKC. Best of luck to you with that trade. Let's check the email, see if there's any questions. Otherwise, I think we've gotten through everything. Oh, Mavis has got earnings tonight. Hector and the fuel injectors. That would be Patty. He writes in, says, can you please show us the flow of capital charts? Absolutely. So what Hector's looking for, asking me to put up, is this right here. Here is the global flow of capital with regard to these instruments. These instruments being the Dow, the DAX, the FTSE, the Shanghai, gold, T-bonds, S&P, Nikkei, Hang Seng, Australia S&P 200, emerging markets, and then we've got commodities. We've got West Texas Intermediary, the Goldman Sachs Commodity Index, and a number of the currency pairs. So what we're looking for here, folks, and you can see that each of these instruments, most of these instruments, we take a look at their rate of change. That's what ROC stands for over the last 16 weeks since the beginning of the year. We're looking at their rate of change since that time frame. And we can look at that rate of change in dollar. We can look at anything we want. Here I've got it in dollars, in euros, in yen, in pounds. So we're looking at the Dow price in dollars. We can see that the Dow in yen, those traders over in Japan are the happiest of all from a currency standpoint, right? Because this is taking into consideration currency fluctuations. Rises in currency, debasements of currency. It takes all that into consideration. Something that's pertinent, certainly these time of the day, this time in our lifetime out here. You can see over in Europe, they're happy as can be. Well, at least over if they are in Europe and they trade in euros, you're up 10%. If you're in pounds, you're like, geez, I'm only up 6.5%. Nonetheless, what Hector's really looking for here, he's looking to say, Steve-O, is there some type of concentration of capital somewhere? And as we take a look at these charts and we look at these core indices, what is the answer? The answer is it appears to be yes. Right now, the rate of change in terms of U.S. dollars and basically the other currencies is we're in a 2-for-1. The U.S. markets are twice as high, rate of change-wise, than the other markets. So this is a signal to you and I that the global flow of capital is coming here to the U.S. In other words, here, maybe as bad as things are around the globe, and they are bad, let's face it, we just happen to be in the best shape. So from a confidence standpoint, if you just were given a pile of cash and you were forced to make the decision, where are you going to put it? You've got to put it somewhere. And you're going to decide on a country, Hector would probably come to this chart, take a look at it, and say, okay, this gives me reason to invest that money into the U.S. stock market. Right here, right now, today. Yeah, absolutely. That's what. Now, the other thing that we can look at is we can take a look at the global flow of capital as it actually relates to currencies out here to try to get a feel for something that might be going on. Now, one of the reasons that we want to take a look at this is because before any kind of wars take place, and let's face it, folks, there's wars going on all the time all across the globe. We're so far from it, we just typically have to send our troops out there for the most part, although I'd have to say we've got quite a war going on in this country. But now I'm talking about other types of wars out here. Prior to a war, we'll start to see substantial rates of change differences in the currency pair because the folks that are in the know in the war, the people that we're supposed to trust, do you trust them? Really? The people that we're supposed to trust, they're getting the cash the heck out of Dodge. Why are they doing that? Well, one, they're getting out of that currency because in a war, what's going to take place? Debasement of currency, especially if, I'm not talking about a 2-day war or a 10-day war. I'm talking about a larger war. So that's the other element to look. And if you take a look at here, now I don't know what's going on with the Syrian pound. That doesn't make any sense out here because it's got it down at 0. So we're not going to worry about that 99%. But you do got plenty of movement over in Turkey. All right, so over in Turkey, we can see plenty of movement, a little bit of movement over in Colombia, but that's nothing significant. The biggest movement is over in Turkey as we speak right now. So we'll continue to watch this. Is there anything else here on the currency front that we really need to pay attention to? No, not really. And then the last thing with regard, well, not necessarily the last thing, just again, perspective. We've taken a look at this a couple of different times, I think, this week here. This gives you the perspective of how the U.S. market, how traders are taking a look at the U.S. market versus these other core markets, the FTSE, the DAX, the Hang Seng, Shanghai, the Nikkei, and the Dow. And here you can see the Dow, we're up at, all-time highs. For the most part, the Shanghai, not even, the Shanghai's all-time high takes you back to 2007. Not a great looking stock chart on the long term. Nikkei, you've got to go all the way back to 1990 for it to get back to its high. It's close. It's another 7,000 points away from maybe being able to do that. The Hang Seng hasn't even taken out its 2008 high. The DAX, a little bit of a party going on there. The FTSE, not so much. So you can even see just by taking a look at longer-term charts and how things are trading, another reason why the U.S. is a good place. If we take a look at, again, here's another way to take a look at the Dow, pricing all these major currencies out here. This is in breakout mode. And so, look, whatever retracement we might get, and we are entering the unfavorable seasonal period, and that in essence begins on Monday and runs all the way through, let's say, the end of October out here. But right now, we're not seeing any kind of signals of any kind of major decline And Hector's really the reason why. It's all because of Hector. It's because of that global flow of capital. And if things get going wacky overseas, where are you going to have confidence? It's right here in the good old U.S. of A, no matter who's in charge. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So Michael P. writes in. He says, hello, Steve. Hello, Michael. I'm in FCX, Freeport-McMoran, and was surprised at its sell-off. So, Michael, I'm not sure why you were surprised. I think we took a look at it, and maybe it wasn't for you. It might have been for someone else. I'll say that I'm not surprised. You call it a sell-off. It's just trading lower. So we'll take a little bit further look. And the reason I say I'm not surprised, when we looked at the FCX, and I believe it was this week, so it's Thursday, what we identified was a consolidation. And we saw that price was up towards the top of the consolidation, but on much lighter volume. Now, for the volume reference I was using, the benchmark, I'm using the swing point from February 22nd. And the volume there was 33 million shares. The first time up to test that was on a total of 21 million shares. Next time up to test it was on 27 million. The next time is on 19. Yesterday was on 18. Today, you're at 13. It just doesn't have the energy to blow out that swing point, to blow out this consolidation. So it's still in a consolidation. Is there anything wrong with FCX? No. What you want to do is it's trading with inside its daily profile. That can be dangerous. But what we also know is all FCX has done today, Michael's pulled back to test its oscillator unchanged line. that's the green line at 37.75. And if price closes below that, yeah, you could easily see a run to 37.24 or 35.43 out there, the bottom of the daily profile. But so far, the price action that you and I are looking at, quite frankly, is normal. In fact, this is more bullish. I would say with you use the word sell-off, and I would say right now you should be grateful. So far, all this has done is pull back to test a key level of support. And that's that oscillator and change line. And that's the reason I developed that oscillator and change line, because I also needed to understand the question, what is retracement? Just a retracement back to support, no big deal, versus something else. Hey, you've closed below that 37.24, then it's to something else. And that something else, was it 37.24? It was 37.75 was the number out there. So watch that, Michael. So far, the action is really to be expected and normal. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear's up next after that. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. I'll be back with you on fantastic, fabulous Friday. Have a terrific Thursday, folks.